Yo, what's going on? It's Terrell, Hall of Fame, D-Line, tbkc, and all that sweet, beautiful, wonderful shit. All right, why do you not have to throw certain dogs away? I have taken strong points, more so from the registry standpoint, and that means, when I was with the tbkc and trying to do the breed, the right way. That way, you'll see my rules with the tbkc are a lot more extreme as far as weeding out bad dogs. But people have asked me questions about a lot of the dogs now and what can you do with them and this, that, and the other. And I'm going to tell you, let me try to clear my screen. But, pedigrees aren't shit nowadays. I'm just going to be honest with you. They should be, and I think the only way that pedigrees truly become a thing again, and when I say a thing, I'm talking about, something that we can trust, is that you have generations of proper DNA testing. That's the pedigree side of it, you know what I mean? So it's hypocritical of myself, probably, and others, to act as if, every pedigree that we see with the dogs that we like on there is just absolutely 100, because more than likely it's not, and y'all have heard me talk about this before. There are dogs that I don't like. There are dogs that I feel like are not suitable for breeding. Some of those dogs will pop up, far back in the pedigrees and different things of that nature. If you ask me, does that mean that your dog is totally invalid? Not really, because from the beginning that we've done this thing, there's always been a few dogs that you're like, shouldn't breed that, shouldn't breed this, shouldn't breed that, shouldn't breed this. But then even some of the best dogs have some of those dogs in their pedigree going back. And the process, as I've told you guys many of times, was to breed away from that stuff and sort of try to wash it out the best you can. Unfortunately, in this great breed of the American Bully, it becomes harder and harder to find, dogs that are not questionable in some sort. But if you want to make an effort to make the breed better, breed away from those things. You know what I mean? I've often told you about the 5th and 6th generation is something that I feel comfortable with, washing out certain dogs and this, that, and the other, because the percentages get so low, 3%, 1%, under 1% of that particular blood there. And that makes your probability of not having the issues that come with that blood very, very, very low. I think the bigger problem is when you have people who want to line breed those things and are basically trying to recreate it and bring it to the front. That's a major, major, major issue. It goes along with the same thing with phenotype. If you have a issue that you can see, why would you breed it to another dog that has the same issue that you can see, so you can make more of the same issues that you can see? It's not a smart thing to do. We're at a point in our breed right now where we are remaking the breed. My standpoint on a lot of things has to change, to a certain degree, by the way. But in going forward, we have to acknowledge the high level of dishonesty that we see nowadays with the pedigrees, a high level of dishonesty that we see with the dogs that are in the ring, and certain dogs that are given championships that are by far not anybody's freaking champion. We have to move forward and we have to do better. If we do better, we'll get better. So, with that being said, the plan going forward, should be more so to breed towards phenotype and what you know about the pedigree, to move away from dogs that have undesirable traits in those pedigrees, and watch and let these things be revealed by testing and phenotype to acquire the type of dog that we like. I know what you guys are saying. Yeah, in a perfect world, we would all have certain dogs that, we know everything about these dogs and it would be easier to breed them. That's not what we're seeing. We've seen the influx of Dax blood. We've seen the influx of certain other dogs that are very, very questionable. We see what's going on right now with all the extreme dogs, and we know that those dogs are mixed with other breeds and different things like that. And if if that stuff pops up in your pedigree on the back end of it, yes, you can breed it out. But the key is to not go back that direction, to not try to breed towards those physical characteristics so much, and to definitely not breed towards the to breed towards those dogs, doubling down on those dogs to bring some of that stuff back. I would always recommend that, especially if you have certain dogs in your pedigree, that you do the proper health testing. I recommend health testing in general, but do the proper health testing to make sure that these things are not there. Certain dogs have hip issues. Why are there very, very, very few American bullies that have their hips x-rayed right now? Why are there very, very few American bullies that are having cardiovascular testing done and being approved by veterinarians as clean cardiovascular health? We're not doing the things that we need to do to clean up this breed, and right now it's a lot harder to breed than it was, say, 15 years ago, just because of what we've seen with this puppy mill society. No regulations, a lot of people cheating and doing what they want, registries accepting all of the things that they're doing to cheat. The only way it's going to get better, honestly, y'all, is that if we take a responsible course to try to move forward the best we can and to breed the best dogs we can, health, phenotype, and locking in our pedigrees to understand exactly what we have in the pedigrees, which would be honest and proper DNA testing, so we can go forward in the future, and at least in 10 years we'll have 4 or 5 generations that we know which dogs it is, and that helps us identify where maybe certain other problems arise. But as of right now, I just recommend to all of you who do have something sketchy, if your phenotype is great, the dog is testing out great health-wise, some of this stuff is in the background of it, then yes, it's cool to proceed. But as you proceed, please understand that you have to proceed in a way that you're trying to still clean that stuff up, even if it's 4 or 5 generations back and you don't see any results of it. The way to keep those results and those issues out of your actual productions is to continue to breed away from it, continue to breed to solid blood and to solid phenotype, and to dogs that, for the best of your knowledge, will increase the health, the conformation, and overall dog, and I think that's going to be a good thing going forward. But we have to make a plan, y'all, because this is a shit show right now, and it's going to take a lot to clean this breed up. But that's to answer those questions. No, you don't have to, fix all of your dogs that have Dax, or fix all of your dogs that have Rocco or whatever. Just because I don't agree with certain things don't mean that I'm illogical in the situation. Just do better, man. Until next time, y'all, much love. Peace.